At 5, we introduced you to a Sioux City woman who went viral on social media for a spontaneous pregnancy bearing quadruplets. Marae Hansen and her fiance, Patrick Fisher, were planning to give their 1-year-old son a sibling, but now he's getting multiple sisters to grow up with. Marae had a high-risk pregnancy and received a twin-to-twin transfusion syndrome diagnosis. At just over 20 weeks into the pregnancy, Marae and Patrick received news no parent ever wants to hear.
If you don't remember me, my name is Marae and I have quadruplets on the way, but unfortunately I don't know if I can necessarily say that anymore due to the fact that we did lose Miss Baby B.
Heartbreaking news for Marae Hansen and her fiancé, Patrick Fisher. The couple was expecting quadruplets.
She's still in there because she was past 20 weeks, so she's going to term with all the other babies. I will be delivering her.
Baby A and Baby B shared a placenta and developed twin-to-twin transfusion syndrome. Baby A was receiving a full 50% of the blood supply, but Baby B was only getting 25%. A procedure to separate the twins into their own placenta was suggested for Baby B to get more blood. However, that was delayed due to possible complications in an already high-risk pregnancy. Marae had weekly doctor appointments as Baby B was getting better, but sometime between her doctor appointments, the unimaginable happened.
She was 13 ounces when she passed away, so she was only 3 ounces behind all the other ones, so she was definitely trying to get up there with all of them, but something happened. We don't know for sure what happened, so that's the part that sucks. It's just not knowing.
Marae and her fiancé, Patrick Fisher, have a little boy who is 1 year old. They were preparing for a 5-under-2 family when they received news that Baby B, who Marae and Patrick named Rivy Sue, had passed.
It definitely sucks as being a mom already. It's a way different feeling knowing that you've lost one after having a healthy baby. Granted, yes, there's 4 in here. There's high risk of everything.
Through the heartache, Marae is still preparing for the miracle of 3 baby girls.
Hi guys, welcome to the nursery. We're repurposing a lot of Atticus's stuff from when he was a baby. Where the camera's at, we used to have Rivy's crib, but we had to put that one away so we had a little bit more space to use.
To honor Rivy Sue, Marae created a special shelf with Rivy's gender reveal tree and angels.
Eventually, when we deliver all of them, we plan to bring her back home, cremation-wise, and she will have an urn sitting up here. We'll eventually hang some stuff up on the wall to give her a little bit more room, but she has her own little shelf, and that's all I care about.
With 3 still on the way, Marae and Patrick still have to get the nursery ready.
Atticus even has his own play area in the nursery.
Good job.
With the nursery prepped and stocked with diapers, Rivy's shelf ready for her urn, and a play area for Atticus to spend time near his sisters, Marae is ready to deliver her spontaneous quadruplets. On May 12, 2026, Marae had a C-section, and at 7:14, Renlyn entered the world. At 7:16, Hartley joined her older sister. At 7:18, Whitley completed the trio, but at 7:21, Rivy Sue completed the family. Taking it one day at a time, Marae and Patrick will raise their 4-under-2 with love and patience. I'm Gabriella Quinones reporting.